A problem many developers face is storing data. Now, you can do this through MongoDB, SQL, MySQL, etc. But not all programs want to use such big databases because a lot of them are just small things. So I'm going to show you a simple yet effective way to store your data, and best of all, it's really easy to do. It's called a hash table. A hash table is simply a way to set, get, and delete a bunch of data stored under hashed keys. Here's how hash tables work. Let's say you have a object, D for data. Now you want to put this in a table of data, but you don't want it to be easily accessed by evil users. So you're going to put a secret key, and that's going to correspond to your data. Now, what hash tables do, you can either set a specific key, such as VIP, or you could let the computer automatically generate that key for you. And then you can just simply access that data and you are clear. And this malicious user who wants to access everything is completely confused. Here's how to do it. First, we want to create a hash table class. This sets a blueprint so that we can build many different small hash table databases. Now let's initialize everything with our constructor function. We'll just set this table, the hash table, to be an empty array. Now, every hash table, to manipulate data within it, first you need to be able to set values. Then we want to create our get function, which gets a value based on a key, and our delete function, which deletes a value that's corresponding to one key. We also want to create our hash function, which is going to require this hashtag at the beginning of it, because we don't want our user to be able to access the hash code. That's why we put the hashtag in it. It makes it private. So outside of this, let's say I go here, you can't actually find the function. See, as you can see, it's not accessible because it's private, which is what happens when you put the hashtag in front of the name of the method. Alright, next we want to be able to set a value, but first let's be able to make our hash algorithm. I'll make a simple one right now for the sake of this video. We're just going to set it to automatically generate to be the nth element in the list. Next, to set it, we're going to say if not key, we can use a ternary operator here to simplify it into one line. The way ternary operators work, it's in the format statement, question mark, then else. It's very simple. So here our statement is going to be if key is set to false, which is the default. So if exclamation key, the exclamation is not, it means not. So if not key, which is what happens when it's false. Actually, the table should be a object. Simplify this into one line of code. So we're going to go this.table, and then we're going to put the ternary inside of it. If not key, then hash key. Else, we're going to go. So normally we wouldn't do this. We'd set it to something random like math.random. So then we'll set that to value. So here I'm just going to go do that. Get, however, does return it. It simply says this dot table key, so it accesses it, and then you can just return it. Now delete is as simple. So you just have to go, I think there's a delete keyword. So let's go del, delete this table key. Very simple. Now let's test it out. So people equals new hash table. So let's say people.set, and we'll set a new person. Name John Doe, age 33, just 30. And then let's console.log people.get 1. So here, since it's a dictionary, we can't actually access the length of it, since dictionaries don't have, objects don't have a length. So it's quite simple, the solution. We just create our own length for it. And now we'll just replace this with len. Alright, now as you can see, we can do that. So if we say people.get 1, it will return name John Doe, age 30. Perfect. Now what if we're setting it based on age? So we'd go, we'll set him to 30 since his age is 30, and we want to categorize everything based on age. Let's say, so we can always get all the 30-year-olds just like that, but there are going to be multiple 30-year-olds. So let's say Jane Doe. As you can see, now it just returns Jane Doe, which means it's completely erasing John Doe. So how do we solve this? It's quite simple. We'll say if table the key already has the, so let's check the type of it. Alright, we're gonna say if it's undefined, then we're going to set it, then we're just going to set it as normal. So we'll test if it's a list like that. And then here we'll switch that code out with this. And we'll switch this code out with this. Get rid of that extra line, and here we go. So now we've set it to an array, and it's just like that. Perfect, perfect. So now, as you can see, our set function works, and it's all good. Now let's try people.get this 0. We have John Doe. 1, Jane Doe. Perfect. And as you can see, that was an extremely short tutorial on making your own hash table. Obviously, you could make a much more complex hash function. This allows for tons of flexibility with your actual databases. And hash tables are an extremely simple way to efficiently and easily organize your data. I hope this helped all of you, and consider subscribing. Bye, see you in the next video.